Our next story comes to us from a British research institute, the Henry Jackson Society, which published a report this week highlighting Hamas's manipulations of the death toll in the Gaza Strip since the start of this war. The report claims that Hamas inflates the figures to amplify the impression of harm to innocent civilians and to cause international pressure on Israel. International media outlets and even courts in The Hague take the Hamas statistics at face value, despite the lack of independent confirmation or even attempts at fact-checking. According to the report, Hamas mixes fighters with civilians and even changes the identities of the dead. For example, men killed in battle are recorded as women or children, and the name Muhammad appears in the list even for those who clearly do not match the report. Hamas also reported natural deaths, such as chronically ill patients who died from causes unrelated to the fighting, or people who died before the war even began as casualties of the Israeli strikes. The report's researchers also noted that Hamas uses the Gaza Health Ministry to spread the inflated data, some of which include civilians that were killed by Hamas gunfire instead, or in other incidents such as the explosion of improperly aimed charges. In one case, a 17-year-old boy named Muhammad, who was shot by Hamas while trying to take food from an aid shipment, was reported as having been killed by an Israeli airstrike. The Henry Jackson Society warns that using these data without verification creates a misleading narrative that portrays Israel as indiscriminately aggressive. The report calls on media outlets and international organizations to cross-check data and verify their reliability before publishing them. The researchers conclude that reliable reporting is necessary to prevent Hamas manipulations aimed at shaping public opinion and strengthening its status in the international arena.